Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of American Car Classics. I'm your host, Kenny Schofield. I got a montage of people here with me today. Mike Carano way over there. I can't even high-five you. You're so far away. You're muted. He's muted. There you go.
There we go.
Now tell me how you feel.
I feel pretty good over here.
Steve Charbonneau.
What's going on?
Todd Byron.
What's up?
What?
What's up?
Okay.
How's it going?
And our guest, Tom Gore. Tom.
Nice to be here.
Homie in the woods. Great to see you,
in the
man.
woods.
Tom is a dear friend of ours from the Sebastian area and a big contributor to the show as far as knowledge off the air stuff. But Tom has 3 cars going out to Mecum this next month, couple days. And so we wanted to pick his brain a little bit about all that stuff. Steve, you have one going out to Mecum?
I do.
Not 2.
Yep, just the Orange 69.
Okay. The pickup truck's not going to make it?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, we hope everybody is doing good. We hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. We hope you have a Happy New Year as that's coming up this weekend. Florida, we went into a deep, frigid, sub-zero, extraterrestrial type of cold.
Sub-zero.
Huh?
It sounds
It's
good.
only
They don't know.
34.
They don't know. It was cold.
It was
It was a little chilly.
Listen, if it's past 50, Kenny's freezing his ass
okay.
off.
Absolutely.
I heard it described as iguanas dropping out of the trees.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Without a
down
doubt.
south.
Yeah.
Happens all
My
the time.
syrup actually poured slower because it was so cold.
Oh, you mean they don't heat it up for you at IHOP? Or
I don't.
where do
I
you-
eat at the shop.
Oh, that's, you're
I
not
get
allowed
to
there
go.
anymore.
He's too
No, I'm
lazy to
allowed.
heat it
Oh,
up.
you got thrown out of
You're not,
IHOP?
you get thrown out of Denny's.
Many times.
Yeah,
I've
you
had
got thrown out of
police
IHOP
call.
too?
No.
Hopped
but
his
there's a
ass
story
right
there
out.
if I wanted to go there too, but I don't. We have too much to talk about instead of food.
Food is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
I got a phone call today on food, and I'm really excited.
Tell me about your phone call because I bet it has to do with the 1st of I almost said November, of January.
Yeah, Ricky Hodge called me.
Oh, he finally got
we're all-
back to you.
Yeah, we're all set up. Yeah,
Good.
For how many people, Todd? Because this thing,
we're probably 130 to 150 people.
right?
Wow.
Right. This has really gone big. I had a guy that hit me today and said, "Can you make an event? Can you post an event?" And I said, "No,
Yeah.
How many
No.
cars you got?
130 to 150."
Yeah.
Cars?
Yes,
Yeah, at
well,
least 100
people.
cars. Yeah.
Right, but
People, so you figure.
oh,
Did you count me as 2?
Yeah.
2 people?
right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about is the New Year Rod Run. That is the Dick Arbitel Memorial Rod Run that you put together and really got back into last year, and then this year you just want to make sure that you were. Last year was a lot. The feeding line and Julie and a lot of
Yeah.
other people helping out.
Yeah. It's just better this year for me to cater it.
Yeah,
People don't
Yeah, no.
realize how much work goes behind the scene
yeah.
or how much
Yeah.
it takes to prepare. Because I remember one year that Erin volunteered to help out with our cookout, and she was over.
Her and Jada at the 12-12.
Yep.
Yeah, that was they were both working hard,
Yeah, when she did like a lot of the potato salads and pasta salads and stuff, she was like, "Holy cow!"
running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even like trying to make it, we expect 150 people plus there, and it was 3 days of cooking.
Well,
Yeah.
that one day I came, it was raining, and they were still coming. Even though
Yeah.
it might have been lighter, they were still. It didn't matter. And
Yeah, I went there for that one.
weather's
I remember
looking
it rained that
looking pretty good, but there
Yeah,
might
the
be a
weather's
little
gonna be fine.
little miss, and
Yeah. It's going to be nice over the
but
weekend.
we
Yeah.
expect a good.
Yeah. It started off the beginning of the week. It said 60% rain. I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
They're
I
always-
don't trust it, man.
5-day
Good.
forecast.
Yeah.
they can't predict
Always
2
out.
days out.
They're usually
Right.
always a day behind.
Right.
Always.
Hey, if it rains, you know what?
I got my weatherman right here.
That's it.
50% chance we're good to go.
We're good to go. Don't worry about it.
because Mike does the weekend weather and car show report. He is our meteorologist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
a meteorologist.
So Mike, tell me, how was your Christmas? What'd you do?
What I do? I went to my brother's house on Christmas Eve. and
Which
then-
brothers?
Joe.
Okay, not
and
Tom.
then no.
Yeah.
And then I went to my dad's house Christmas Day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was nice. Good
Okay.
time.
Good food. Lots to eat.
Yeah, lots of food left over, which is always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't cook a turkey this year because we did it for Thanksgiving, and Mom bought an 18-pounder. I think we had enough left for a month, so
Right.
she did a standing rib roast, prime rib, that was, I'm still got a piece left, but it was so damn good.
So with the big rod run that we're doing, Dick Arbitel New York Rod Run, New Year's Rod Run, are we having a truck here? Is that you having a truck here? Hodgepodge truck? Is that what
He's
bringing?
bringing his food trailer.
Trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
his
good.
food trailer, and he'll serve it. You know,
Out of
be
the
served
trailer.
from him. Yeah,
Okay.
he'll have tables where he serves it out, and
Yeah, he'll bring the trailer, all the little
yeah, and
smokers.
then I'll
Hot
probably
tables. Right.
clear out the garage a little bit and set a bunch of tables in here where we can sit. Some people can sit in here and eat. Some people can sit out there and eat.
Right.
You know,
It'll be a
it'll
good-
be kind of like last year. Everybody
Yeah.
be everywhere. We got some good raffles going on. What's his name from
James.
James from Napa?
Right.
Napa.
James Cole.
He-
Right.
Yeah, sorry, James. Donated a nice Napa jack, 3,500-pound floor jack.
Oh, wow.
LED Napa lights, work gloves.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
fender
awesome.
cover. I
That's
got
beautiful.
an LED
Yeah.
light. We've got gift certificates from Nettie's
Nettie's.
Roadside. We got them from Kelly's Irish Pub. We've got some from. Oh, geez, man, these are, I don't know.
A lot of
places.
stuff.
All
Yeah,
over.
we got a lot of good
That's
little
awesome.
door
Very
play,
cool.
raffle
awesome.
things. Nothing. It doesn't cost anybody.
I was going to say, what's the
anything.
cost of this event?
It's free of charge.
It's free of charge.
Free of
Free
charge.
Yeah, man.
All you got to do is
Yeah.
pay for your own breakfast.
Right.
Yeah, this year I'm not buying breakfast.
No.
at,
Yeah.
I thought I volunteered Kenny to buy breakfast.
You
That
did.
would be nice.
You
Okay,
did,
yeah.
but we had to put that part out just as we'll do this part.
But you know what? Now I'm sitting over here. in
Right.
Presence of excellence between Tom and Kenny.
Right.
These guys right here have some serious jack
Oh, yeah.
in the bank.
Yeah.
And I think that they can
What?
buy breakfast.
Is this where you and I exit? Steve?
yeah, you're right.
So,
Real quick, and we're talking
he's
about
mistaken me with
the
somebody else.
New Year Rod Run Sunday, January 1st. We're going to meet at Cracker Barrel at the Vero Outlets, 94th Drive. Breakfast is from 8 to 10. Then from there, we're leaving Cracker Barrel at 10. First stop is Riverview Park in US 1 in Sebastian. So if guys can't make it to Cracker Barrel, try to make it to Riverview Park. We'll probably get there 10:45. I think that's what last time we got there.
Yeah, we'll hang at each event for about 45 minutes or
Right.
a little more. I've got it coordinated to be back here around 1 o'clock
1 o'clock. All right.
for Ricky
Beautiful.
for the food.
So the second stop is at Riverside Theater in Vero Beach, 3250 Riverside Park. And then the third stop is right here in our home studio, the House of Byron, 6830 33rd Street in Vero Beach.
It's going to be a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be a lot of cars.
Yeah.
Today I probably had maybe 20 people.
Hope you have enough room
Text
for
me.
parking.
Well, now you've got that strategized as well, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do it. I got a few people parking cars last year. It was kind of a scramble, and it was the first time here. But we're gonna end up bringing them in, and we'll have a couple guys. So we'll do a couple here and send a couple that way, and then
Right.
get them all parked at an angle off the side of the driveway, and then and go from there. Once I get all this all filled up, then we'll move them off to the other side of the cypress trees. over
You have two cars that are going to be in this because you have an employee that is going to be driving your 68 pickup truck.
6-7. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's that?
Steven's going to drive my truck, and I'll drive my Chevelle.
And if you come into this thing, Todd said he's gonna do parking. He's not doing valet parking. So if you happen to be coming down
I'm not parking.
33rd Street and some guy comes over to you and says, "Hey, I'll park your car. Don't give him the key.
Yeah.
Don't get out.
Yeah.
Stay in the car."
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to try to get you parked quicker this year than
Yeah.
it was last year's. But
You're gonna park your own car.
it's just like any kind of event. You start rolling things, you learn things from last year. So it's kind of like a growing pain, and it'll be a good time.
Yeah. And are we going to have a beer assistant here that day?
If you all want beer, that's
No, I'm
that's
asking
up to
Steve.
everybody
That's up
else.
to your
If
own,
there
yeah.
are beer assistants,
Yeah,
going to be around.
he'll probably be
Okay.
here.
Okay.
The beer
All right.
assistant will be here.
Okay.
We'll have food, drinks, all that stuff. I'm not
Yeah,
supplying alcohol,
But
Right.
you are
Yeah, yeah.
supplying some water and
water, soda, all that
Wow.
good stuff. Probably tea, different teas.
pretty beautiful, man.
And
No, that's
bring
awesome.
bring
So-
chairs
Yeah, that
if you
is.
have
Yeah,
chairs.
bring your own chairs. I'm not
bring
supplying.
chairs
Right.
with you.
Mike just beat me
I've
to the
got
punch.
3, 4, 5 chairs.
Yeah, bring the chairs.
Yeah.
We
with
will
you.
And
have-
those will be gone before anybody gets here.
There will be
Right.
tables
And
available
Bob's going to grab them all. So
that you're going to bring into the studio and set up for people to be able to put a plate on, and if there are chairs, they can sit and eat and whatever, and
Yeah.
rotate those out and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
So don't miss out. Good cars, good people, good food.
Yeah.
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 yeah. So the second stop then is Riverside Park in Vero,
Right.
and how far is that in between the two parks?
10 miles maybe.
Yeah, if
10,
that.
12
Yeah.
miles?
What are we going to go up 510 to A1A and any A1A
Yeah.
down like we did last year?
Yeah, A1A is a really great ride. When
Yeah.
Dick was alive, the first cruises were. Matter of fact, this picture right here was from the very first cruise. We used to do A1A all the way to Melbourne.
Right.
It was such a good ride, you know.
Yep.
Right.
Because
Yep.
that's what it's about. It's about cruising. You know, we all
Right.
go to car shows and that, and it's the car show is a fucking car show. It ain't car show.
We're gonna try
You
to
go
keep
there and
those-
you get out of the
Right.
car, you hang there and all day, and then you get in your car. We buy them to drive.
Right.
When
And
we go to the Dunkin' Donuts show, we take A1A all the way down.
Yeah, it's nice, ain't it?
It is
Right.
a nice
It's
ride.
good.
It's a
Yeah.
really nice ride.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good ride. I
Yeah.
liked it, So
Yeah.
who knows what next year brings? This is this year, and next year,
Who knows?
yeah, we'll see what happens.
But it seems like it's growing, and as people, I have a few people that went. Rob Farley, and he just says with the biggest smile, "It was the greatest day. It was the greatest day because we drove the cars.
Mhm.
Right.
You drive to the show,
Yeah.
you drive home, but
Yeah. It's
I
nice
drive
to take
around.
a long ride.
right,
And you're around all these other cars, so
Right.
that's what's great. We're also going to have Dick's, which Dave Marshall owns it now, but we're going to have Dick's Vega here.
love that.
Yeah, it's
So,
in Dave's garage.
love
Yeah,
that.
so
right, yeah.
it'll be here for
At the
everybody to
house.
see. It'll be right here. Yeah,
Awesome.
the house. And-
Awesome.
so
Well,
it's
that's
gonna
super
be
cool.
man.
That's a lot of info on it, but that is going to be Sunday, New Year's Day. So everybody get ready and strap your seatbelts in and get ready for that. It's going to be great. When we come back, we will talk to Tommy about his cars going to Mecum and a little bit about what he does and all that stuff. Since we were going to put a moniker underneath his name and there was nothing to put but Homie in the Wood.
But we don't know what he does. Really.
Right. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. I was looking for something new to do, so I did the little stutter jerk
You
thing.
did like a little jig.
Didn't know what I was doing.
I thought
so.
you were having a damn seizure or something.
Yeah, the Beavis and Butthead over
We
there.
never know. We never know.
Cornelius. Pancake withdrawals.
Cornholio. I love the part where they're on the airplane when they're doing America, and the woman's she's gonna go to Vegas and play the slots. And he's like, she said slots. My favorite part. So, this is the American Car Classics radio program. Thank you for tuning in. We talk about cars and people and life and all that other stuff. In case you don't know, Mike, Steve, Todd, Tom, beer assistant Bryce.
Hello, hello.
All right. Hey, so Tom Gore,
Yes, sir.
man, a few words.
He's all done now.
That's it. He's out
Yes,
of here.
sir, is all you're getting.
When Bryce, our producer, came in, he says, "Hey, give me a title to put. What is his name?" I said, "Tom Gore."
Right.
2 R's.
Right.
He's what is his title and his job?
Right.
And I said, "What is your title and job?" He looked at you, Mike.
He's an all-around nice guy.
Is that on his license
That's
plate? On his
license-
business card?
You know how Kramer had ass man?
Yeah, sure
Tom
do.
has nice guy on his plate.
All around,
All around
nice guy.
Yeah.
And it should say it in a loop. Yeah, but you said homie in the woods.
Homie in the woods. Yeah.
So you have a shop
Yes.
at home in the woods.
In the woods.
In the woods. And I've always called my business Homie in the Woods.
Oh, have you?
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just thought we were running with something brand new here.
No.
Homie in the Woods Automotive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Homie in the woods. Automotive.
Okay. Now you don't take people off the street.
Not anymore.
I wish we could say that, Steve.
But he takes him out of the Palm Meadows.
Resurrecting cars.
That's right.
Yeah, there is one on the way to Ashley's house. I've got a picture of it. It's a 4-door rusted out car. It's over in VLE. They've cleared the lot out, and this car is in there, and it's on the ground. It's got the wheels and axles and everything there, and I want to go pull it out and just take it.
And what is it?
It's like that 54 Chevy or something over there. It's kind of
Really?
like yours.
Yeah.
But it's just sitting there. It could be a Ford. I can't tell. It's all just one color, brown.
Right.
But it's all there and it's straight.
Rust
and,
brown?
yeah.
Rust brown.
Yeah, just from being weathered and stuff. But it's a great throw by the pond at your front
Right.
gate and yard art and something like that. Do you want yard art?
No.
You're not looking for yard art
I don't have any yard to put in a yard
because
on.
you've got the motorhome.
Yeah, I got the RV.
Yeah,
there.
that's
Do you
his-
want to
that's
put
his
this out
yard
on the
art.
sidewalk out in front of the shop and put a little paint?
Nope, I don't want any more cars.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Where's he going to put? He's got more cars in that parking lot than he knows what to do with over there.
Yeah. Now the big thing about his parking lot, see, mine has a fence. You've got a spot where you stop.
Right.
His doesn't. It spills over across the street into that field.
Yeah.
You try to pull them all in at night, Steve. Do you?
Listen, we just go to which one. Hey, how much room you got tonight?
Over between seven, you get it.
Is that what it is? That's
I
how
hope
it
you don't
works?
need to park that thing inside because it ain't fitting over
Who
there.
starts pulling them first? Who starts? Is the competition? You looking to see?
No,
who puts
my
work
guys want
first?
the hell out of there.
So they're
yeah.
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 Yeah. Houdini, he's like the first guy ready to go.
Yeah,
He's
4
the first
o'clock
guy
is
ready to
moving
go to
cars.
lunch. He's the first guy ready to go home.
Who's the first guy into work, Todd?
First guy into work is Joe.
Really?
He's there before you?
Sometimes.
Well,
Yeah, this guy's there
Here
before
lately,
you.
man, I've had a bad case of laziness. I mean, in the morning,
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
just hanging out with Julie, and I don't know. It's weird.
Well, if they
That's
have
why you're
access,
the boss.
if they have access, right? Like Tom said,
Right.
you're the boy. If they have access
you-
to the shop, what do they need you
That's
for?
what it
Yeah.
is. You're hanging out with Julie because see now Aaron's hanging out with Julie now the 9 o'clock. So they're
Oh,
you
so
got
Julie's
help.
coming in late.
Yeah,
too.
but Julie's not telling her to go that late. dude. Okay, all right,
So Tom, what do you bring into Mecum?
better
And tell
watch
me,
the door.
tell me a little bit
Throwing
about.
stuff.
Yeah.
no. No, no.
Tell me a little bit about what these cars are, how you got them, what you've done to them, and I don't you to talk about what you purchased them for, what you hope to get, but just tell us a little bit about what they are.
The first one I'm bringing is a 76 Trans Am. It's got a 455 HO, numbers matching with the 4-speed. And that one will be the first Friday, number 134. And I'm hoping to walk with 35.
You picked it up this year.
I picked that one up actually last year
That's the one that you brought out.
out to your show.
Yeah, okay. You picked that up out of what state?
He
I got that one
robbed.
out of Minnesota.
Okay.
The old GM show that he
The one he
won,
got
Yeah, that
robbed
but
one.
they
on.
took the trophy from him because
Yeah.
they didn't realize Pontiac was a GM.
But they gave it to the Buick guy.
Best of show with that Buick, which that Buick was beautiful.
It
but-
was.
It was beautiful, but it was going to him.
It was a GM show.
Right. So this car you hope to bring 35 in it should.
It should. It should actually bring probably more than 35 because it's highly documented.
Okay.
And what's really weird was I went on the computer to go look at different cars, and an ad pops up with my Trans Am from Mecum.
Oh, really?
I
Yes.
love that.
And I'm like, they're advertising my car.
There you go.
It's a
That's a
conspiracy
good
theory.
advertise, bro.
Yeah.
Because you listed it early. You got in early. You got in the catalog.
Got it in early, but I didn't get my pictures in early.
Oh.
So I didn't get in the catalog.
With any of the three?
Any of the three.
Ooh.
Not even in the one that they just sent out. You didn't get in this one.
You're in that one
Am I in there?
That's the brand new one.
because you're
Okay.
you're a couple spots behind me.
Because you weren't in the first one either.
So this is updated because they're now look, I
Oh
looked
my
He's
God.
down here in the bottom.
I looked yesterday online at their registrations at 2
Fine.
o'clock.
Right there, right there.
And
Yeah,
they're at
right there.
4,089
Oh
cars.
my God.
It's J134.
J134.
And then the Impala is right
that's-
next to it,
And
right?
Impala
Awesome.
J133.
All right.
Yep, and
let's
then
go.
the Camaro.
Yeah.
And then Steve's car is J119.
And then 144 is the Camaro.
And now they're all going on the
One.
same day?
No.
Okay. Tell me about the second car.
Okay.
The split bumper is yours?
No. And then,
No, this is Jay.
and
He's
then
going. He's waiting
on
for
the first Saturday, which will be the 7th of January, 134 again will be the Impala. I got a 64 Impala. It's a 409 4-speed.
Ah.
It's 425 horse with the 2 4-barrels on it. So
You're listening, Todd?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he showed me pictures of it.
Yeah, okay.
Really nice.
It didn't
yeah,
make
he
it
even got to
this-
hear it run.
Yeah,
didn't make it to this
he
one.
likes the car.
I would like to get 50.
close
You
to
should.
50. Yeah.
He should.
I
Yeah.
think you should.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah.
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 I think what we've seen over the last 3 years since COVID, which
Mhm.
really kind of changed a lot, because everything kind of just went up from there.
Yeah.
But it's weird how the car market works because Impalas went up and then they dropped and now they went back up again.
Why'd they
It's-
drop?
I have no idea
You
how
never
that
know.
happens.
It's like with the Grand Nationals. You know, when we were first going up to meet them,
Yeah.
they were low,
It
Yeah,
comes
they were
and goes
low.
in trends.
and then they went high.
Now they're $50,000
And
for a
then
Grand
when he
National.
sold,
Yeah.
I think the last one you sold, it
Told
was
you.
I
at
got
Mecum.
20.
It was
Should've bought
popped.
that one.
It was
Right.
came back down again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's through the roof again.
Yes.
But people put reserves on these. So they're not just selling. I mean, unless you sell with no reserves, they're going down. But if you go in with a reserve, any of your cars have reserves?
All of them do.
All of them.
And you have a reserve?
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, this is a big gamble. So who are the guys that don't do reserves? Guys that
Guys
just
that have
the
a lot
money?
of cars.
Guys that have a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of money,
Or-
and a lot of cars.
Or the
lot
other
of
thing
cars.
is they know that this car won't go for pennies. That's
Right.
like the
Right.
very rare cars like
Yeah.
that. One of the first Bugattis.
Yeah,
That's going with no reserve, but you know that car ain't gonna go
No.
cheap. That car,
But is it going to bring the 1.265 million that they think?
I don't know. Well,
People aren't into that older Bugatti stuff. They want the newer one, and so you get two guys in rare, but they're only up to 75
Oh,
grand.
it's so rare.
Yeah,
but look-
that older Bugatti, that black
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
that car is super rare, bro.
it'll go. That's
It'll
what it
go
is.
for every
But then
bit of
you got
that.
these two guys with the car collections. What is it?
There's
One is
three
the,
of them.
the Ram
You got-
Air one or
you
something?
got Mark's Delivery Mile Collection. Every car is no reserve.
I know.
Yeah.
The Michael and Diane Morley Collection. Every car is no reserve.
And we learned
And
this.
the Gary Thomas Collection. Every car is no
Wait a
reserve.
And
minute,
then-
what's the other one? The Ram Air.
And then
one.
there's also a guy, he brings his cars every year to Mecum Auction.
Right.
And it's called his private no reserve collection.
Yeah. And then you got the Double E Collection is no reserve.
what does he do? He just buys them and then resells them?
That guy, yeah, he
was
buys them. Because I was bidding on a car, and he was also bidding on the same car in an auction that was in Illinois. And he ended up winning the auction.
Gary
That
had
auction.
the wing car.
And then he sold it at the next Mecum auction.
This is the one I want to see right
It's
here.
just it's like gambling for him.
Exactly. He's
That's
just
what I wanna
buying
see.
and selling them.
The Gary Edwards Wing Car and Mopar collection.
Yeah, the whole all
Super
the
Yeah.
Bs, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these cars are no reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, he knows these cars are going to bring
Absolutely.
like
Yes.
super mad money.
Yeah.
Look at that Super B that got destroyed in the hurricane.
Yes.
That car's got so much national news on it. It's
Yep.
stupid.
Yeah.
That's he knows it.
and
It's
that,
gonna bring it.
that didn't do nothing but make that even better.
You're right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But we watched
brings
that
people
that,
attention to
that
it, sorry.
red Corvette collection go in
in
Kansas.
Kansas City. Yeah.
And they were an average of 14 to 16 grand.
Well,
a
because they were
car.
Yeah, but
the
they were
C3s,
low budget
right? They were
cars, everyone.
C3s.
I understand, but they
Yeah.
were low mileage. They were all a collection. They were all no reserve.
What's the next situation you got to deal with?
What?
Look at his Camaro. It died out. All of a sudden, he took the reserve
Abs-
off.
this
Boom!
We're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
last
Yeah,
year.
It went nuts.
Last year.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think both of your cars. Oh, you took
Both of
when
them.
you took the reserve off. They
They
jumped.
both jumped up.
But how
Yeah.
many do you see where the reserve comes off and it sells for what was on the plate already?
Most of the time, that's
Most
what
of the
happens.
time that happens.
Yeah. So what's the third car? We
The
got a
third
minute
car,
and a half.
The third car is a 67 RS SS Camaro with a 455 big block in it with a 5-speed Tremec transmission with a 9-inch Ford rear end. It's fully done with about 90 grand in it.
You just brought that out to the middle school
Yes,
last for Toys
Yeah.
for Tots that we did a week or two ago.
correct.
Okay. You bought that car out of what state?
That car actually came out of Kissimmee in Mecum.
Oh, it did.
Yes.
A
Paul-
year- a
a
year-
friend of mine, Paul, purchased it,
Okay.
and he got ripped off. He wasn't very happy with the deal. The problem was he never got out of his seat and looked at the car. You have to look at a car before you buy it. You can't just start bidding
But
on
you
a
said
car.
it's all done. It has like $90,000 invested in it.
Now,
Now it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
he never got out of his seat to look at the car.
You know, a lot of people they bid from in the upper stands because the car everything looks good under the lights. If
That's-
you don't look at the car,
Look
That-
at the blue Trans Am from 2 years ago. Remember
Look,
that thing?
the truck.
You could wave at that, and I was
Yeah.
an internet buyer. 90 grand in Trans Am went for.
Right.
That thing was like you're
Right.
gonna need a whole bunch of body work.
Well, when we come back from this next break, I want to delve in a little bit into what you have done to these cars since picking them up and then to delivering them out at Kissimmee. So hang on, everybody. We'll be right back. Enjoy this for a second.
Coming at you like a ball of fire. You better let me be. And coming at you on wings of desire. You better pin a ball and chain on me now. I'm on your tail now, baby.
we're doing. We're coming at you like a ball of fire.
Oh, yeah, that's what he's doing. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Now I'm here to wake the crowd up, and you just start.
That guy
don't
kind of
take
sounds
me
like Kenny on helium.
I know.
That's it. He's out of here. Now we can really enjoy the show.
I am never leaving just to get inside everybody's crawl a little bit deeper, like a sick person that I am. So, hey, this is American Car Classics. Appreciate you all joining back in or tuning in or hanging out or whatever it is you do on your computer in your bedroom or bathroom or wherever it is that you watch us. So, Tom Gore, we appreciate you, as I said earlier, joining us today. I've asked you a lot to come on the show, and you keep saying, homie's too busy.
Yeah, he's got to
Homie's
run
too busy.
from you, bro.
But he told me, you find me at the end of the year. I should be good by then,
Right.
And I'll come on. So I hit him with that, and he's like, "Shit, I did tell you that." So yeah,
He's like an elephant. He never forgets anything. Hey, remember that one time 5 years ago? You still owe me 25 cents.
Yeah, I still got 2 cars. I got 2 cars to finish to get done to the next.
The next
few
couple,
days.
yeah, right.
Hey,
Right.
if it's not down to the wire, it ain't done.
It ain't
right.
done.
No,
right.
the Mustang was down to the wire.
Yeah.
So
You're ahead of me.
tell us what car you did the most to, from buying it to getting ready to sell it.
Oh, that would definitely be the Camaro. But anyways, we'll start with the Trans Am. The Trans Am I really didn't have to do much to. It was a 1 repaint car, pretty much all original.
44,000 miles.
It says 32,000 on it.
Okay.
Whether it's been flipped over or not, I have no idea.
Right. Okay. So it's not well documented. It's not
It's well documented,
Well, then you would know.
but not to that point.
Okay.
I've got the original build sheet, original checks from when the car was purchased, the original order form because he ordered it the way he wanted it. The only thing I really did to that car was put an AC clutch on it, and I had a dent guy come out. The car had about 20 dents in it. I had a dent guy come out. This guy was amazing.
Shout his name out.
His name is Bob. I got his phone number on my phone. I can pull it up and we can give it to the next segment. But the guy was amazing. He took all 20 dents out, and he was so reasonable on the price.
That's awesome. That's
Yes.
awesome. So what'd you do? What was the most? The Camaro you said was the most extensive.
Oh yeah, that was ground up rotisserie restoration, floors, doors. I didn't paint
You
the car.
did that. You did.
I didn't paint it. I did the floors.
Right.
Okay.
I took it to a guy that was in Pensacola because the vehicle belongs to a friend of mine, Paul. He bought the car, so he's the one that was paying for everything. He's just done with the car. He's
So it's still his car.
still his car. He's never even saw it.
Yeah, Tom did all the work and went out for paint. And
Yeah.
then it came back with the paint done.
And everything else that I've already done messed up.
Right.
So I had to redo everything. I basically helping him out because he's a good friend of mine. He owns Paul's Guns over there on US 1.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's a super guy. But he showed up at my house today and gave me a check. And he still didn't even look at the car.
Right. Still, he hasn't driven it. Nothing.
Nothing.
He just was so unenthralled with what he bought that he just said, "Just do what you got to do and get rid of it."
When he went there 5 years ago, because I've had it for 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's like been going to Kenny's shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mike beat me to it. I was choking on my beer
choking
trying to
on
get
his
it
beer,
out, but
yeah.
I couldn't get it out.
Oh,
It's like going to Kenny's shop for an oil change.
Oh, God.
Things
That's
never leave.
terrible. Yeah.
I said two.
So we do roll stuff out now. But
Yeah.
back in the day, we were absolutely just bringing them in.
Yeah.
I highly recommend if anybody buys a car, they look at it and don't sit in the seat and bid.
How about they bring somebody that knows how to look at a car?
That too.
Yeah.
That too. I mean, people that want to bid on a car, I will always look at it for them while I'm
Right,
there.
right. Yeah, a couple years ago or a year ago, Todd, you brought a client out and
Yep.
and went through the car.
It's right there.
Right over there.
That's the '57 Chevy we're talking about. We've shown it on previous shows. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Meekum also has guys that they don't charge for, and they'll actually go over
Oh,
and inspect
really?
the car for you. Remember we asked about that? Because that one Camaro I tried to buy was at the auction, and I said, what happens? And he says, well, we have a team that'll go out and take pictures, but if you're there, they have a guy that will say, look at the car
what's
and go
wrong
over the car
Right.
and tell you if it's good or not.
I also did ask them because my Trans Am doesn't have catalytic converters on it, and they make me fill out paperwork
yeah,
that it meets to the standards, pollution standards.
Right.
And I told him, well, the car doesn't meet pollution standards. It has no converters on it. And it's got 425 horse to the rear wheels. So it's definitely putting out more fuel than normal.
Right.
And they told me that it doesn't matter if somebody from California buys it. It's their problem.
Right. Well, that's that. Yeah, California has their own emissions.
Right. When we went to
Same
sell-
thing with New York. If it was going to New York, if it didn't pass inspection,
It's their
they'd have to
problem.
put cats on it.
But
Yeah.
76 was the first year they started with the Kelly converter, so you could get away with that technicality too. It's the early 76.
And not only that, their car was not allowed to even be sold in California. The only plant that built that car was the Ohio plant because it didn't pass emissions
Okay.
back in the day.
I see
pretty
my,
cool.
my other truck is titled as a 76, and that's one of the stipulations I can get away with because it's early 76.
Early
Oh,
76.
yeah.
There you go.
Well, we do this little thing that I started doing, where an auction comes up, and as it rolls up, we start talking about what we think cars will go for. I'd like to include you in this week of listed
Sure.
cars. Bryce, if you're ready for that. We've got 4 picked out here. We've been picking out for the last couple of weeks. These are all from Mecum Kissimmee 2023, which is January 4th through the 15th, 11 days. I said earlier that I checked yesterday at 2 p.m., and as of 2 p.m. yesterday, they have 4,089 cars.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
So they are loaded up. We tried to get the K5 back in, and they said, if you don't mind it running at the end of Sunday, and my seller said, no, I don't want to do that, so we're not going to do that. So what I did this week, guys, was I picked 4 cars that are at the end of the show. They are on the last day running.
Are they better than last week's car?
They are
Because last
This
week's
week-
cars were hard.
well,
I know. I'm like,
this week.
uh,
This week they're all Chevelles,
all
okay.
Chevelles. All
Well, those
right.
good cars.
which surprises me. The reason I did this is because we talk about how the last day of the auction really isn't
There's-
a great time to.
Yeah, there's
sell.
4 Chevelles on the last day.
I think there's 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
The three of these 4
I
are
come
not
home in a new
reserved.
car in a trailer.
I won't-
So, here you go. Here you go. Somebody, you can read a little bit of the highlights.
Oh, that's the 70s.
I'll tell you that this
Big
is.
nice.
Take that so it doesn't blow away. This is lot number U65. This is a 1970 Chevelle SS 396, 350 horsepower with an automatic transmission at no reserve. Todd, tell me a little bit about it.
It's a 396, 350 horsepower.
I just said that.
70 Chevelle.
Are we bringing it up on the
It's
screen?
forest green.
He's right. There you go.
Bucket
There we
seat,
go.
center console, chrome driver's mirror, tinted glass, T3 headlights, protector plate, owner's manual.
Oh, I see some paint flaws in it. Look at that door.
Well, it's really hard to see on this black and white
No,
photo.
you gotta look up, man.
You gotta look
Oh,
up.
I'm sorry. It actually, I like that color.
I
That's
do
a
like that
that's
color,
That's
too.
a
I like
really
the color.
nice car. I like the inside.
the horseshoe,
It looks all
shifter?
proper inside.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it AC car?
Yeah. Yes, it is an AC
You got
car.
any pictures of the hoodie? He's gonna tease us.
Yeah, that is AC car.
It is
Yeah.
an AC car. Yeah, you can see the 3 levers on
Gotta
it. Yeah. All right.
Uh,
Is the
no, it ain't.
compressor? No, it's not.
No compressor,
no,
no,
no
AC.
Compressor.
No AC.
No AC on that.
Well-
car.
Big downfall.
Yeah, I think it was. Oh, there is no box for the heater.
Right.
The
No.
AC.
Nope.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Factory, no air.
Nah, it's not going to kill it though because
No.
70 is still the,
Yeah,
the
still-
most valuable Chevelle.
It
ever.
is the most.
And if it's
sought-
documented,
Yeah.
I think I would guess maybe.
You missed the first picture. The door was a little.
Yeah, the
Dry
passenger
spray.
door had a little.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a little.
Bryce, first picture, please.
If I had to
Man.
guess, I'd say like 65.
I'll wait for the finger to come up.
You think?
I'm gonna say. I'm
Well, it is the last.
gonna say
day.
49.
49.
The passenger door. Yep.
I'm at 47.5.
47.5.
Todd?
47.5. Oh shoot!
45.7.
45.
52.8.
You're probably
That's not a right number. They won't go that number.
You probably might be in the 50s.
Just gotta be the
Give me that.
closest.
There, take
Give me
that.
that.
Are we?
I
are
just
we
wrote all that
adding
on the
in
wrong
the
page.
10%? Is this including the 10%?
Nope.
Nope.
Or is it hammer price?
Hammer price.
Right.
Okay.
And the only thing I said that it was high only because he has the documentation that it's a real super sport. That's the
Right.
biggest thing.
Well, you can
Right.
tell that by the VIN number.
Would you go,
Not
Mike?
in 70 you can.
Would you go?
What?
No, the last year you could tell by the VIN number on a Chevelle is 68.
No, the ID tag would tell you if it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a true SS.
Yeah, there should be a way to tell on
Yeah.
that car.
The identification tag will tell you.
Okay.
All right, I wrote all that on the wrong page. All right,
Yeah.
the next one.
Is
Here, Tom,
what?
Can you read without glasses? Do you have good
No,
eyes?
I can't. I'm not
Okay.
that small.
Okay, let's give this back over to. There you go.
What do we got here?
All right, so this is 2 minutes.
is,
We're gonna do this. This is lot number U67.1, 1970 Chevelle SS 454, 450 horsepower, 4-speed, red with black stripes.
What number is it again?
Yeah, but
what number?
U67.1.
Yeah, but you got the biggest thing on this one. It's an LS6.
Oh,
Yeah.
This car,
Okay.
if this car is
So
true,
it's gotta-
then this car is going.
That right
that's
there
a
will make the car.
455.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna
it's a
make the car
454, 450
buck.
horse,
Yeah,
which is
454,
probably
I'm sorry.
closer to 500 on that one. Because
Yeah, they were very underrated.
An LS6 had big money. I'm going to say
non-AC car.
I'm gonna go 80 grand.
I think it's. I think you're low. I
Yeah,
think
no, I
it's
think
gonna.
you're
I'm
low.
gonna think it's a
Another-
six-figure car.
Another
Yep.
non-AC car.
Okay, so
I'm going to
AC.
say 105.
okay. Todd,
Man,
You ain't buying this one, Todd. Neither am I. So we're safe.
102. I think
90.
90.
Mike's really
90.
close. I don't know.
Steve?
That paint job looks like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
And it's non-AC car. I think the same guy owns both of these.
But
Oh,
thi-
really?
if this
By
is
looking
true
at the paint.
LS,
Yeah, no reserve.
That's funny.
We got 105, 102, 90, and 80.
125.
I think
Wow.
it'll look good in the
Wow.
Byron garage.
You say it's an LS, what, 6?
LS6.
7. It's not a 7.
LS6. No, the LS6 was
Okay.
the
That was
aluminum heads, the whole nonchalant on that thing.
Bryce, what do you got left?
This is where I told Jack to bring his car.
I can't own
Okay,
another
then
red
we're going to
and
run
black
through this.
one.
Bryce made an executive decision.
Although I had a
Said
black
we're
one
going to
over
keep going with this puppy. All right. Mike, you did well. Let's go ahead with number 3.
What do
here.
we got here?
Number
The
3
third
is
one.
lot number U73.1. They're all running on the final Sunday.
Yeah.
This is another no reserve.
Looks like Jack.
1971 Chevelle SS 454 with a 365 horsepower.
Right.
We're gonna get
Again, no reserve.
And this is
That can't
automatic
be the original
transmission,
color.
finished in sunflower yellow.
That ain't the
That
original.
is
wow.
that's an ugly color, man.
That somebody needs to
With black
beat up.
stripes, black bench seat, power steering, owner's manual warranty book. Again, like I said, it doesn't give you any documentation.
Is it
No,
AC?
No,
super
there's,
sport.
there's
No
no
AC.
documentation.
Is it?
No.
And no AC.
But you got to go by, if Mecum says it's a super sport, it usually is. They probably got other stuff. Because a lot of times stuff will have SS badging and Mecum won't call it an SS.
No,
They
it's
can't
got a
prove
short on the title.
That's an SS.
That's right.
Right.
57.
But it won't say on the title
What are
either.
you saying?
57.5.
40.
57.5.
You're supposed to blur it out. All right, we're all
Todd.
fucking Kenny.
You say it's got
40?
Yeah.
It's got a 455 in it?
454, 365 horse.
454. Yeah. I'm going to go with 75.
Damn, I thought I was going to have the highest
I
number.
think that's high.
I went low. I just,
Yeah, I'm going to go like 45.
Yeah, I'm going to go 55.
It's me or
I'm just
Tom.
not in that.
Chevelle's are bringing in big money.
Yeah.
They
If it's
are.
a
I know they
70
are.
Chevelle, yeah.
But it's not-
the
it's not-
color
it's
and the
not
no air,
resale
the
red,
bench
though.
seat,
Yeah, but it's got
all
the,
those things.
It's got the 454 in
Listen,
it.
I've been offered more for my car than what you're telling me with these cars.
I understand.
My
Oh, we
car.
got the
And
last
what I-
one.
But you've got a guy that's hungry for your car. He's already bought one from you.
And it's
kinda-
a 70.
You know,
I
and
was
it is a
talking
70.
to I was texting him the other night when he's on the football thing.
All right, now
Again?
the next one is a 71 Chevy Chevelle convertible. SS badging. It's not an SS.
That is correct.
Updated with a 462 cubic inch, big block, 5-speed Ferrari red, black and white interior.
Look at that.
Ollie
It is nice
Sniper.
looking.
Yeah, it's got the sniper on it.
Yep.
So it's fuel injected. It's a lot number U117
Yeah, and it's what year is 71?
71,
Yeah. So
462 cubic inch.
yeah,
big puppy.
I'm gonna say like 65 on that one.
Wow.
See, convertibles are hard. Some
Yeah.
convertibles flop.
That's the
AC
biggest
and
thing.
some
I'm going to go
convertibles are
72.
Looks
AC,
like it's got,
vintage air.
AC in it.
Yeah, it's got vintage
That
air
one's,
system.
that's got vintage air in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to go with.
Well, I'm going to go 82.
It's got an MSD box. It's a race
I'm going
car.
to go. Since it's a non-super sport car, I got to go 60.
Okay.
Mm.
Todd and Steve.
55.
What is that they got? That's some kind of stabilizer bar in the back.
It's-
there.
they got some money in that car.
Let's say 70.
No, you got to always remember, top goes down, price goes up.
Top,
Especially-
that's right.
Especially in resale red.
Yeah, and resale red.
It's
Resale red, man.
Ferrari red.
Oh,
man.
Ferrari
That's-
red. Yeah.
Watch out.
Resale red.
Ferrari
Love that.
red.
So are we
Love
done
that.
with this segment? We got to take a break on
We're
this?
done with that segment, and we're going to take a break. We ran over for this, so we appreciate Bryce for doing that. So we're going to jump out of here. No music, whatever. Just hop out of there. We'll be right back. This is the American Car Classics radio program. Bryce is pointing his finger at me. I've got my glasses on, so it must be time to read a little bit of tech talk. Welcome
now
back,
you can-
everybody, to the American Car Classics radio program. I said it all in one breath. You
Now you
can't
can
beat
see.
that.
Now you
Because
can
he's
see.
heavy-winded.
Yeah, look at his face. It's beat red.
I know he's beat red. What do you got for
That's
you
Ferrari red.
You,
That's
right, Ferrari red.
Oh.
Not resale red. You actually got tech talk questions.
Yeah, so I have
What do
a
you
couple. Well, one that was interesting came in. So yeah, this first one, we'll just jump into this. This is Arky from Vero Beach, and I'm glad that Steve's here for this because he'll laugh for a second and then he'll add some good input to stuff. He asked us rear wings, spoilers, whatever you want to call them. Do any of them have, or any of them all? Do any of them have any good to them, or any of them all simply just for show and style?
There's a downfall to those. I mean, don't buy one of those stupid clothes hanger wings and put it in your trunk like an idiot. But hey, if that's your thing, do your thing. But like,
That's called a carrying handle.
But there's no beneficial gain to that.
No.
These winged cars, these ones that are going to Mecum, the Superbirds. They,
Those-
Yeah, but that's
Now
different.
that would be
That's
That's
different.
Those actually work.
Right.
The SS Camaros. I had a Z28 and I had an SS. Both had the identical motors. Both had cams. Built pretty good. The Z28 just has the flat spoiler. You got that car over 145, 150. You feel the rear end. It's floating. You can feel it like it's got low air in the tires. The SS has the little bit of a wing on the back, and then the air goes through it because it's raised. That car didn't get loose till like you could feel it start sliding around like 165 when you start burying the odometer. That's when you feel that car float a little bit. Both identical suspensions, all had the BMR control arms, identical cars. And then when I got rid of the car, I took the wing off and put it on the other car.
all right.
And it
And
settled it down.
Porsches, we see that Porsches have the electronic wing that at a certain
Right.
whatever they come up, and they do, and
Yep.
they're purposeful because they're actually going to foil the wind and all that. On the no prep stuff, we see a lot of these cars, they just build an aluminum plate that comes out like 2.5 feet past the deck lid, not really a wing on, but I mean, it's they're just doing it. That is
Downforce.
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 All
Pure
for-
downforce.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does that help at a certain horsepower? I mean, at a certain speed?
Certain
Yeah,
speeds.
certain speed.
It just
for
kicks
drag
in
car.
and starts loading that air up and just pulling down. Because at 60 feet or 100 feet, you don't want to break loose.
Someone said to me, I was probably actually a few weeks ago, if you look at some of these cars they're showing in the videos where they're hauling butt, and all of a sudden you see the boost come in and you see the cars take off, look at the wings. There's hardly a wing on them.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I've actually sat down and slowed down and watched some of these videos, and I'm like, you know what? He's probably right.
You know, a lot
Most
of these
cars just had small little
you know,
wings.
a lot of the wings are just for looks, really.
But front spoilers help. Front spoilers help too, right?
Yeah.
They are down there to keep air from getting under the car.
Under the car,
which
right.
will lift it.
Yeah.
They want to divert it into a radiator cooling system or turbo or something, and then or get it off the car.
You look at every car that is certified to go like 150 plus,
Yeah.
they're skid shields, top to bottom. That Ferrari,
Yeah.
you can't see nothing in that car.
And the whole bottom of the car is a
Yeah.
shield.
Oh yes, right.
Yeah.
The Z06 Corvettes, the ones that have the suspension package.
Right.
I think when I did the torque tube that broke on that car, it was like 63 or 83 bolts just to take the shield off the middle of the car to get to the torque tube to inspect it and see where it was broke.
NASCAR's Gen 3 car, the new one, the carbon fiber, they've done that now too.
Yeah, they look fake underneath.
They really do.
When they
look like a
flip
Matchbox
up, they look
car.
like a Matchbox car. Yeah.
But they also say
Crazy.
too, like if that car ever flips or something like that, it keeps the air from getting in pockets and channels to lift the car
turning it, right.
and
Right.
create more turbulence and flip it.
Right.
It's a big difference in some of these things. I mean, I know like some of your cars, the big splitters, it makes a huge difference. Drive one without it over 100, then drive one in with it.
So how about all these Chargers and Challengers? The wing is kind of
I think it's just for show. I mean, I'm sure it helps a little bit, but it's more for the show.
Right on, right on.
Because who's going to be going 100 miles an hour in a Charger? Not
Right.
many people.
Yeah.
Bryce, who goes 100 miles an hour in a Charger?
My friend Michael was driving with me on Christmas Day.
At 115?
Yeah, we were doing about 115.
All right.
Hey,
So this guy. Who does? This
Listen,
guy.
You sit.
Hey, somebody else is this guy.
You sit on Route 60 at the end of January. You're going to see some cars flying down to the River Ranch.
Yeah.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Sometimes you don't realize how fast you get. Like
Especially down 60 when you're out in the middle of nowhere.
my car from 0 to 60 does decent. 60 to $150. Hold on.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, next guy, Marty from Tampa, wants to know when would I need to go up to a 3-inch exhaust? That's all he asked me. So he's obviously
you
talking
want to.
about how much horsepower, what's too much for a 2.5 to flow. When do you need that extra push of to exhale? Tom, is there you got a
Kind of
440 horsepower, 450 horsepower to the rear wheels?
On the Trans Am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got 3-inch exhaust on that.
On the Trans Am, I'm not sure what it has.
Which one were you talking to me that's got?
That's the Camaro.
Okay, the Camaro.
Yes.
How much horsepower is that?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I'm going to guess maybe 350,
Okay.
maybe 375.
Then the 3-inch exhaust is overkill.
It's overkill, yes.
Okay.
I think three
It
exhaust
sounds
is
good.
Yeah, sounds good.
It sounds really good. Yeah,
3-inch
exactly.
exhaust
Sounds-
is overkill unless you got maybe over 500 or 600 horsepower.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say, like 500 mark is, I think, to get the bigger.
Because we talk about back pressure. In our world, we've had questions before about back pressure and is it necessary? You look at a dragster and stuff, there's no back pressure.
Yeah.
You look at NASCAR, there's no back pressure. And they're 850 to 1,000 horsepower cars. So,
But them cars are breathing.
yes,
Right.
they are. Yes, they are. So back pressure, without back pressure, you can actually lose performance, lose horsepower,
Yes.
lose a certain amount of curb at a beginning or something that maybe picks up later, but you'll lose that bit of it.
Yeah, but are you getting back pressure from your exhaust pipes or from your muffler?
Yes.
Right? From both.
Well, I
3
think
inch
yeah,
is going to
through
give
the
you less 'cause
tailpipes.
It flows.
Once it gets to the exhaust, to the muffler and the tailpipe.
I think the 67 Camaros that had 6-cylinder engines had no mufflers on them. They had a pipe that was a crinkle. They just put a bunch of crinkles in there, create a little baffle and flow through them.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
President-
No, I thought they had a muffler
Yeah, we had
tucked
a
in.
muffler.
67
Tucked
Yeah,
in.
it went to
on the
it-
6-cylinder cars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cylinder,
six.
yeah.
It,
Yeah, I have
it,
one.
It had
Had
the
a
tubes
67.
going in
Yeah,
to
it's
the
like a
top,
resonator,
and then
No,
the
one
pipe-
muffler.
one muffler.
There's
Yeah.
a muffler.
Yes.
It came over the axle and turned into it, and the muffler went
Sideways.
Sideways.
and it
Yep.
came up
It
the other
It
side.
ran
Okay.
parallel with the
Okay.
bumper.
Yeah, because we
Tucked
put a big
underneath.
block
Yeah.
in one.
There's a car that I must be off on it, but it just didn't have factory mufflers. Just had crinkles in the pipes.
Yeah, he probably did that just for
No, it's
flow.
factory. It's factory.
Oh, factory.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
factory. I'll have to go back and do a little research, but that's how they built their back pressure, and because the 115 horsepower didn't need much.
Yeah.
That's just what they
I remember
did on
when I took my car into Midas. I had a 68 Camaro when I was living up north, and the guy put mufflers on it. And I guess he didn't realize the horsepower I had because my car had a blower on it. And by the time I got home, I had caved in the mufflers
You sucked them flat.
flat. I had to bring it back up to them and have them redo the mufflers because they just caved in. I don't know why. It just caved it in. I don't know.
How would that?
You mean suck them like sucking a straw? That
Yeah, like
sucks the
sucking
bottom
in the
of
straw. It just caved the
back
muffler.
pressure.
All right. Last question here of the day. Dear Ken, I have a question for you. How do I get a build sheet for my vehicle? This is from Don Morton.
Well, we went through this. I think if he doesn't tell you the type of car he
He did
has.
not.
Yeah.
He did not.
I mean, if it's a GM, you could go by the VIN. There's plenty of people online that if you send them the VIN, they'll make you a build sheet.
Yeah, but is it the correct one?
They only going by the VIN.
Right, so-
They're only going
Okay.
by the VIN.
Talk about Pontiac.
Pontiac has the
Yeah.
Pontiac documentary.
PHS.
PHS. You could send your VIN to Pontiac, the PHS people, and whoever owns that PHS now, they pretty much have all the build sheets for Pontiac.
What about Ford?
And Buick's got
Ford ha-
Sloan.
Right. And Ford's got the Marty report.
Right.
All right. So, Don, we hope that helps you. We appreciate you writing into us and letting us know. Please get back to us and tell us what you have. We're curious. So, Tommy, thanks for coming out, brother.
Thank you.
Good luck at
Thanks for
Mecum.
having me. Thank
All
you.
right.
Run on Sunday.
Everybody else, Happy New Year to you all. Hey, Sunday, if you're not there, you're square.
That's right.
We're out
I'll tell
of
you
here.
now.
Good times.
All right.
See ya.
American Car Classics Radio Program.
Shake
Thank
that
you very much for tuning in today.
Peace.